Hey, it's Sketchbook here, and I've got a special video. It's kind of a milestone, I guess you could say. Sort of, kind of, maybe. I don't know what you think. But let's see what it is. Alright. Grand reveal time. This is sketchbook number 10, technically. I had one sketchbook that I did, which I scrapped and ended up redoing, so numbers get a little fuzzy, but officially, sketchbook number 10. As you can see, as usual, my Digimon stickers. I'm starting to run out of these. I need to start getting some more. Scouring the internet. So let's see what's inside. Alright, as you can see, started putting stickers on the inside because I got a lot of stickers. But here is our lovely cover. I decided to do a cute little fox with the drawings. Started this one basically at the beginning of the year. Ended it earlier this month. I just didn't have a chance to film it until now. Alright, to train this the right way. Start off, we've got kind of a galler girl with a grookey. Of course, with the Union Jack tank top. I'd love to have one of these tank tops. I've always wanted one since high school. So, doing the same theme with doing the sketch first. I've got a cute little sushi fox here. Then I really redid it in a great way, I thought. Sushi fox with sushi colors. Going for more, probably California roll design for it. It's one of my favorites. I know it's technically sushi, but it is one of my favorites. I prefer it with avocado versus cucumbers in it, but that's just me. Next up here, make sure I'm still on frying for you. My bleach OC, as you can tell, this is Hikari. Then I drew my Naruto OC, Kimiko. And then there's Cat, my fairy tale OC. Let's see. Next up, just got a kind of 50s inspired. I was going to say 60s, but no, she's 50s inspired. Fox Cat. The sketch layer. Designing a Boruto OC character for one of my OC characters. Technically, it belonged to a friend, but he's long since given it to me because I've done most of the stories, so it's now my character. Hotaru Himoto. This would be Koji Himoto, one of my other Naruto OCs, as I explained. Jabber. The sketch. I wanted to do my 50s sock hop inspired box cat again with an actual poodle skirt this time. I don't know what inspired that. This is my Digimon OC Vinemon. It's kind of a cupcake. Not cupcake. Well, more ice cream than cupcake. I saw like somebody drawing like a bunch of the star Digimon. Wow. Partner Digimon in this kind of style, so I tried to do it. The whipped cream is looking like Digimon poo. Just a random anime girl. I think this was inspired by a design I did for drawing foods and drinks. I can't talk today. As humans, and this was part of the dango or sweet dumplings, the little 3s you get on a toothpick. This was from an old, originally this design would have been for an old Chinese New Year zodiac drawing that I did. And just kind of doodling all things. And then, yes, I jumped on the giant bandwagon because I had this from when I was watching The Mandalorian of Baby Yoda, Grogu, or as I like to call him, Goku. Just a trainer girl with an emolga, no real things. I think the shirt was inspired by one that you could get off of X and Y. Steampunk girl. This was from like my first Inktober. Sorry, totally spaced on one challenge, but yeah, this was designed for like Clock or Time or something. Then girl with a giant taco on his head, because I recently was able to pick up, which happens just to be right here, the latest, whoop, upside down, the latest girl pop. I haven't put them on my shelf. I also haven't decided if it's going to go on where it's going to go on my shelf. I have a shelf of Invaders and Pops. Anyways, okay, then we get to start off in March for Monster March. I decided to do, so it's a Takumi, a raccoon dog with a leaf on his head. I don't know if they transform or not. I'm not as familiar with Takumis because I just really haven't seen it. Anyway, this is a Merlion from Singapore. I believe it's Singapore that has this one. Of course, I had to use Surfing Pikachu. Then I've got Gatomon X for my Digimon representation. One of Toothless's kids. I want to say this is Pounce. I don't have my notes right offhand. I didn't write it down, but I believe that's Pounce or Pouncer or something. Chipopo wearing the white mage's suit. I believe this comes from Final Fantasy IX, is where the Chipopos have hoodies and stuff they can wear. Heartless, Boot Heartless. I have no idea what the name is. I'm just gonna be honest. A Hippocampus to go with the Kelpie I drew last year, I think. Oh, I have two Digimon here. I have Digitamama. Probably didn't come up with anything. I was looking, or no, I think I was reorganizing my old art and came across my old Inktober. This was my first Inktober. The other one was from the first Inktober I used for the prompt list, which I will never use the prompt list again. Not that I do Inktober, because I do ink all the time. Here's Iggy, my little Koopaline. And I've got Zoro. Just a bunny like Digimon. Pikachu dolls. I know there's a type of doll that's like this. It kind of reminds me of the doll that Juvia from Fairy Tail has. The like little rain dolls. I don't know what it's called. Well, anyways, then we've got Spiel, one of my favorites. Then I did Beta Design Jinx. I think I might have tweaked this a little bit, but I'm pretty sure this is how it was. I think the hair's off a little bit. Anyway, then I got a Owlcat, Dungeons and Dragons creature, I think, fully. I don't know. My first introduction to like Owlcats or cat owls or whatever was through the book series called Catwings. And I have a Moth Bunny hybrid of a Luna Moth, one of my favorite moths. Japanese style dragon with an egg, loosely based off of Haku's design, because I think he was a Japanese dragon. But the colorization, I think, is very close. Wow, it is the American Dragon cartoon colors. But I was inspired by my character Kimiko, which I showed you earlier, from my Bleach Naruto fanfiction. She's got a dragon that's very similar to this. Of course, I did Magnemite with the shiny Magnemite. I thought this pose was kind of cute. This was Bibi, a winged fox creature from some sort of ancient myth. Sorry, I'm getting you slightly out of focus there. And the owlbear, another D&D creature. And Tatsugiri, one of my favorite dragon Pokemon. They're dragons. Dragon type Pokemon. A winged jackalope creature. I believe this is a creature that comes German folklore, which was actually sort of recreated by a guy who taxidermied on wings of like a squab or something onto a bunny with the horns of an antelope or something. Deer fox combo. I really don't know what it was doing. Shiny Hisuian Growlithe. Yeah, because it's the colorization of the regular Growlithe. A strawberry. Sorry about that. That was my husband texting me about something he's been thinking about. Anyway, strawberry Bulbasaur. It's cute. This was a fox. I think it was based off of another fox creature from Asian mythology. Not 100% sure. I don't like it, so or maybe I did post this. I don't know if I posted it online or not. And then I did a hot chocolate, hot cocoa dragon. I cannot talk today. And yet here I am filming this. Generation 1 style Bulbasaur. So I think this finishes off all of the Bulbasaur trio. Or the starter trios. Well, it will once I turn the page. Because then there's Eevee, which technically is a Gen 1 starter. And then you have Disturbing Guy, which I believe I replaced him in the Winged Fox a few pages. This guy, I replaced both of them with my Digimon and Pokemon OCs. Messed up sketch of anyway, that's a messed up liner of me, which was supposed to be this, which is me on the giant quirky Squishmallow, and I made it holding a brush. I had purple hair at the time. Right now, currently, I've got like this pinkish, orangish hair because it needs to be redone. I decided to sketch this out because it was not turning out well when I was freehanding it. Then I did the humanization of your pet. So this is my Corgi Ginger and her humanization. I got the tongue sticking out because she is our derpy Corgi girl. So derpy, so Corgi-ish. Here's the sketch of it. Here's my Wasabi, my little sassy one. I give her a Band-Aid because she's kind of the rebellious, tries to lunge out of your hand if she really doesn't want to be up in the air or off the couch. Here's the sketch. Originally I was gonna do fire here. I'm gonna get my text message you heard later, or whatever that was. Did another version using the other one, but as you can tell, my marker was dying. Here's a sketch of me trying to figure that out. We just stuck together. I did Painter Kirby. I believe that's one of his power-ups. I'm not as familiar with Kirby power-ups anymore, but I just thought it was cute when I saw it, and it kind of messed up the shape. Anyways, did Close-Up from my favorite Studio Ghibli film of Howl's Moving Castle. It used to be Spirited Away, but I got really into this one. And then Gigi is the name of the cat because Kiki's the character. Or maybe Gigi's the girl. No, this is Gigi from Kiki's delivery service. Wow, my brain is just not cooperating. Okay, I think I kind of drew this as a response of my husband playing around with ChatGPT GTP thing with our dogs and made Muppet version of me and the dogs because he said that the Skeeter from the comics, the Muppet comics, kind of looked like me. I was trying to do more solid characters, so I did kind of classic Amy Rose as a human. This was my attempt at modern Amy Rose, and I didn't like it. I have no idea what this drawing is of, but it's a sketch. I did a matcha tea girl hanging out in a cub. And this one's hard to see, but hopefully you can see that if I lift it up a little bit so you can see what's underneath it. I drew a cinnamon roll with a big heart, kawaii style candy, and a flower. He's holding the lavender macaron. Anyways, just got a random, trying to get this in focus again. Just a random anime girl, old school style. Not much to say. Maybe got a color palette off the internet for it. Random color palette. there's a sketch of what I was trying to do with it. And I did, this was my colored fox cat, when I did the single color only. This would have been orange. I believe this one's orange. I really like the hair color. Also playing around with colored line art on that one. There's a sketch, just a cute little kitty colored line art drawing. Then I decided to do a Kim Possible. I believe I did this a while ago for an art challenge, probably in Inktober or something. And so I decided to give it a try doing shading by doing the 2 different tones based off of what markers I have. Since we were getting close to spooky season, obviously I wanted to do Blair from Soul Eater with the moon. I think it turned out alright. I mean, all things considered. Aha! Now we have Batsmaru as a vampire. Batsmaru is my favorite Sanrio character, so I'm curious to know what your guys' are. And I originally did this bat up as a single leg black, but I didn't like it, so I did it kind of shiny, metallic-y shiny there with my gel pens. And then I wanted to practice who knows what with this one. And I did my bok choy bear. Probably shading with my markers to make gradients. Then I was doing some research on Sanrio characters, and I think Pom Pom Purin and Batsmaru are supposed to be like really good friends because I always see pictures of them together. So I drew them up in a hoodie of Batsmaru. Then I have Peckle, who is the duck of Sanrio characters. I'm kind of drawing like a series of drawing all the Sanrio characters, or at least the main ones I know of from the US. I actually drew a traditional style Pokemon fusion of Binary and the Gothel Towel line, maybe the Mill stage. Got bored and drew Batgirl as a Disney duck in the 2017 DuckTales style. Maybe this is Batgirl of Duckburg. Did a fox holding a magic book. Not too many inspiration there. I'm playing around with my metallics. A ketchup blood bunny. I don't know. This was a Sling Bunny that I did last year, and I was trying to redraw it. And then I was trying to do like a soy sauce fox. You really can't see that at all. It did not turn out well. And then I decided to do Figment. He's a little messed up because I was probably rushing and doing a bunch of other stuff. I definitely messed up on this. I don't know how I went from orange to purple to pink to who knows what that color is. Blue just disappeared. Anyways, then I have a pizza fox here. And then I was trying to draw Gaz from Invader Zim and kind of my style. I think she turned out alright. And then I drew Shiny Binary with a bunch of bows based off of that. And for my basically last page, I did a bunch of the bleach chibis up in my colored line art. And then I have 2 pages worth of testers, and that is sketchbook number 10 all done. I can't believe I've actually gotten 10 of these done. Technically 11 if you count my special square one of Corgis, which will be in the playlist at the end, in the end cart probably. So yeah, all the sketchbooks you saw beforehand are all in that playlist for your enjoyment, and I hope to see you guys soon, later, who knows when, probably with another sketchbook flip through, I don't know. Anyway, hit the scribble button if you like this and want to see more of my art. If not, well, it was nice that you came across this. I will fox catch you guys later.